Hey everyone, it's Ashlena. Welcome back to my channel. Happy The Warning Wednesdays. You guys are getting a double whammy this week because I already filmed another video and I obviously had to react to the girls winning their Glamour of the Year award, and it got emotional, but I'm really proud of them. So go check that video out. And now back to the polls. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're new here, I react to The Warning every single Wednesday. And we do a poll on Patreon where you guys get to vote for free, of course. Patreon's for free. And you get to vote on what I do every week. And we are on the second option for this poll. And we're doing Dust to Dust from 2019, Acoustic. And it's funny because I've seen all the other songs in this kind of video that we're watching, and I can't believe I missed Dust to Dust. Don't know where I've been. So let's check it out and I'll let you guys know my thoughts. I'm also excited to really watch this because I know Ali's using from the picture an acoustic bass, and so I'm so curious to hear how the introduction sounds with an acoustic bass than an electric bass.
Hey, come on and walk this way. Look what I have prepared to show you. Let me show you how things can quickly unfold.
It sounds so good.
In the end, everything just turns back into dust to dust. Our bones for us, and we shall start again. Dust to dust, our bones for us, and we shall start again. Hey, where are you going? Trust all that you hear. Aren't you sick of running? It's better to stay here. Dust to dust, our bones are rust, and we shall start again. Dust to dust, our bones are rust, and we shall start again. Dust to dust, our bones are rust, and we shall start again. Dust to dust, our bones are rust, and we shall start again. Hey, where are you going?
So good.
Trust all that you hear, and there's no use in running.
That grit.
It's better to stay here.
I'm excited for this. Holy shit. Okay, now obviously the song was shortened, which was a little surprising because who wants to hear a shortened version of Dust to Dust? It's fine. It still sounded amazing. Maybe that's the only time they had, so that's what they chose to sing, and they cut the song short. Fine. Sounded phenomenal. Paulina, her voice is ridiculous. Danny, her voice is ridiculous. Add Alejandra with all their harmonies. It sounds ridiculous. Holy shit. When Danny came in, I was like, okay. You know when you listen to Pau sing Dust to Dust and you're just so in awe? But then Danny comes in with that one part and you're just like floored. I can't deal with these girls. I can't. It kind of gave me like the flashback to my first Dust to Dust reaction. Like I get the same feelings over and over and over again when I hear this song. It's just so many chills. I can't handle it. They're so talented. It's disgusting. Okay, so I'm not really sure where this was. I thought this was in the cave, so those are the videos I was mentioning prior. So this is not in the cave. It says, a little known acoustic performance of Dust to Dust. This video is shared non-commercially, blah, blah, blah. I'm aware there's a phone cam version on Patreon recorded by Rudy. This upload, however, comes from the original 2019 public broadcast that has been online for years. I fully respect Patreon exclusives and would never share private content. Amazing. Okay, well, that's nice. That's nice to know that this is public content, and then Rudy uploaded the phone cam for Patreon. So I'm so glad this version is here. But I do appreciate Rudy when he films everything for Patreon. Like, that's just iconic. So I'm assuming this is for a TV show. The one thing that was actually pissing me off, and I'm not going to lie, and it has nothing to do with the band, is that title treatment with the fucking lightning. Like, what is that? Like, it's so annoying. Why would you put audio over title treatments when people are performing? I don't want to hear that. I don't think anybody wants to hear that, to be fair. Okay, that just came up abruptly and I just had to jam out. But other than that, phenomenal. I think the shortened version is a little surprising because you're so used to hearing the song, you know the lyrics. So it's really interesting how the song kind of started off, because obviously the bass intro happens, but then normally the guitar kicks in. But I guess to shorten the experience and to make it sound more acoustic, Pow just comes in singing the first verse, which is really interesting, but it also sounded really good. But it was just so unexpected. I thought Danny would at least come in with her acoustic guitar, but then that takes up more time, which I'm assuming they did not have, so that makes sense. So I think the thing that surprised me the most is how they kind of cut this song down. And I'm just pulling up the lyrics because obviously the first verse is the same. Then they do the pre-chorus, dust to dust, our bones will rust, and we shall start again. Then they hit the chorus, but instead of doing the first chorus, which is very short, it's just, hey, where are you going? Don't trust all that you hear. They decided to use the second chorus, which is, aren't you sick of running? It's better to stay here. And then you have that powerhouse vocal, which I think showcases their talents so much. So I'm kind of glad they cut out the second verse and just went into that massive vocal. But also the harmonies are so on point that it's just gorgeous. And then when Danny comes in, like, I can't deal with this shit. Anyways, that was sick. It's a really great way to see how they shorten songs. So that was really interesting. But also, if they ever go on tour, and obviously with this new music coming out, songs like these might get less and less when it comes to like the smaller shows. I wouldn't mind a shortened version of Dust to Dust, guys. Like, can we manifest that Dust to Dust will never die, and maybe they can stick it in there in this shorter form just to give people what they want? I don't know, just throwing out ideas. You guys know I love to manifest things. I want to talk about the new song. We all heard the new song that came out for that movie, Hero and Me.
I'll be the hero. Wow.
That's what I see.
I want to know your thoughts. I don't really have a lot of thoughts because it's not a finished song. We don't know what the whole song sounds like, so I don't want to be too biased or judgmental. It's very pop punk. Now, my question is this song just for a movie? If so, cool. Or is this something that will be on their album? So you just never know until the album comes out. But those are the questions I have. I'm really happy for them that they have a song in a movie that I most likely won't go and see. No offense, I'm just not a movie person, nor does that movie look very intriguing to me, nor do I really care what it's about. But I'm really excited to hear the full song, and I will obviously react to it when it comes out in full. But I'm just so curious because I've heard some mixed feelings about it. I went live on Twitch last night, and people were just like, I hope this isn't on the album. And I'm like, but we don't even know what it sounds like. We have to like give it the benefit of the doubt. Just like when Keep Me Fed came out and they were doing snippets, although I never got to hear them, I saw a lot of hate towards the snippets. And I heard a lot of hate about, oh, their sound isn't rock and roll anymore because, you know, More was already out. And, you know, they were like, oh, they're going pop. And then Keep Me Fed came out and it was phenomenal and everyone was happy. So don't get too negative over a snippet. Let's wait for the full song to come out. And if you don't like it, that's okay. Maybe you won't like every song that they do in their careers, and that should be fine. That doesn't make you less of a fan. It just makes you honest. And so until that point, when that song drops, you bet your ass I will be reacting to it and giving you my complete honesty, because I don't know how I feel about this song, to be fair. I think Danny's vocals sound a lot less grittier than normal. It sounds much more Avril Lavigne pop punk styled. So I'm confused, but I'm also excited to hear it because I love pop punk and I wouldn't be mad if The Morning did a pop punk song. Like, I wouldn't be mad. All right, leave me your thoughts. There is another After movie that just came out today. I heard it was on Patreon first. Now it's out in the world. So I'll get around to that probably next week, because God help me if I do any more content for Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me talk to you about my vinyl of the day. It is not Youngblood. All right, so this is kind of like a sneak peek into what's kind of coming on my channel next week, or this week, I should say, since it's already Wednesday. I got Tears for Fears on vinyl from my subscriber, Rory. And so when someone sends me a vinyl and I don't really know the band, I have to do a reaction for them. So a reaction from this album will be coming out next week, this week. I don't know what day it is. It's Sunday. I think I know the song Shout, and I think I know the song Everybody Wants to Rule the World. People have been saying, like, if you don't know this, yeah, you know what I mean. Let me know if you know this album. Let me know if you know any songs on there, and if you don't, come join the journey with me. And there will be some more Pink Floyd reactions too, so stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.